Good afternoon, everyone. It's me, Imran Ahmed, once again, and Eid Mubarak to all of you guys, wherever you are, whatever you're doing right now. It's heartiest Eid Mubarak for every single Muslims and for others. And today I'm here in Netrakona at my village home, Malni, and I'm coming over here for celebrate my Eid festival with my parents, with relatives, friends, whoever, my dearest people around my areas, everywhere. All right. So also I'm in connected with my beloved Facebook friends, wherever, in anywhere in the world, doesn't matter. But we all communicate with them the right way through our internet facilities. All right. So technology are very crucial, very significant role play in our life. All right. So today's session, actually I'm going to talk about the spoken English and how and the spoken English are playing a very survival skills for the people. Survival means how আপনি কিভাবে বাঁচবেন, বেঁচে থাকার জন্য যে একটা বিষয় কাজ করে, সেখানে স্পোকেন ইংলিশ how it is work, right? So আমি in details I'm going to talk about it. So আপনাদের কোনো question থাকলে of course you're going to raise your voice. I'll explain it. But today I'm going to just talk about how and where the spoken English is work, right? But এটার solutionটা কি, how you going to get out of it, how you going to develop your English language skills, এটা নিয়ে হয়তো আমি কালকে আপনাদের একটা লাইভ করতে পারি ঈদের দিন, ঈদের তো বিকেলে বা সকালে wherever. সো একটা গুরুত্বপূর্ণ বিষয় হচ্ছে যে আমাদের স্পোকেন ইংলিশের, সেটা হচ্ছে যে আমরা জানি যে রাইট নাও the whole world is because of technology advancement, because of internet, satellite, and every single device are using it, and for that reason the world become very closer. It's called the global village, right? The global village, and I'm talking about the survival skills. I'm talking about how the skills is work for you. It doesn't matter you living in anywhere, any corner of the world, but thing is that you are so closer, so position doesn't matter for your workplace, right? You can continue your work, you can do your assigned job, staying far away from your geographical area, but connectivity is there, we can continue your work. So that is the finest things. Now my question is survival skills. আপনি কিভাবে আপনি নিজেকে এক্সিস্ট করবেন, কিভাবে how to develop yourself, right? So প্রথম জিনিসটা হচ্ছে যে যেহেতু I'm working with the student, a student is our future, student is our heart, right? Student it is the dream for us, for our country, for our family, for our anybody, even in around the world, every single university around the world, they're looking for the brightest talented student from anywhere in the world, and they're hunting them, right? Bring back to their university, give them the scholarship, give them the every single financial facilities, abilities to utilize their latent skills. I mean the latent cognitive, the skills, their knowledge, expertise in this area. So they bring back their university. That's the same student. So first thing, survival skill as a student, first thing is I'm going to talk about academic communication and presentation, right? Because the student, I know they can write, they know very well the grammatical part, right? They can write it down, but thing is that they can go for the communicating right way, they can do the presentation right way. That's the skills. I mean, nowadays the academic study is many more way, developed in their presentation, communication. I mean, you have to talk to the teacher right way, and you have to do the teamwork, and have to do the presentation and different reports, right? So as a student, you must have to have the study. And another thing, if you nowadays you know very well that people are keen about to the foreign country. I mean they want to study in the foreign country, they want to settlement in the other countries like Europe, America, Canada, Australia, manywhere, right? Yes, of course, it's the global market. You have the opportunity because the government are allow you to go over there. So why not? আপনি যদি বুদ্ধিমান, of course you want to go for in a foreign country because you are so keen about to your skills, your careers, your lives, right? So the vibrant prospects and the opportunities is working for you. So why not you go for it? Of course you're going to go for it, right? So প্রথম যেটা হয় যে আইএলস আমরা অনেকে মনে করি যে IELTS করে we want to go for in a foreign country and get in enrollment in a university for my study for undergrad, bachelor or master degree or the PhD, all right? Yes, of course it's a great opportunity because আপনি অন্যভাবে ভিসা পাওয়াটা খুবই টাফ হয়ে যায় বাইরের কান্ট্রিতে যাওয়ার জন্য, but this is the finest way, this is the great way I'm saying to you as a student. If you have a good IELTS score, you can get admission for any university around the world, and then you can, of course you can study and also you can survive, and even after completed degrees you can get a job and settlement over there, right? So every single thing is happening. How the English going to help you out, right? That's my question. Look, in a university, of course you go for master or bachelor degree, maybe you paid for the 10 lakhs or 20 lakhs money for these courses, but afterward once you go in a foreign country, Europe, America, UK, Australia, but you have to study, same time you have to manage your job, and job market is certificate is not enough for you, especially if the foreign country. If you go in a Europe, America or Australia, once you studied in university, paid money for them, and same time if you want to go for 20 hours or more than 20 hours in a vacation time, so it is crucial for you to maintain your job. So job market you have to communicate, right? So any job, supermarket or communication, mobile company, anywhere, then you have to communicate right way to talk to them, right? So speaking skills are playing a very significant role play for your earning sources, for your survival skills for the foreign country, right? Otherwise it would be very burden for you because you paid like a 10 or 20 lakhs money for university, but same time if you can't continue your study right way because you have a pressure for university pressure to listen and understand the professor lectures and coursework presentation, at the same time you have to do a work for your survive, and work is means you have to manywhere, but in the meantime আপনার IELTS সার্টিফিকেটের সবচেয়ে বড় যে বিষয়টা কাজ করে সেটা হচ্ছে যে আপনাকে ইন্টারভিউয়ের মধ্যে প্রুভ করতে হবে you have a communicate is good, you can listening skill is good, you can understand them and you can speak right way, তাহলে আপনার জবের অভাব পড়বে না, স্পেশালি ফর স্টাডি অবস্থা আপনি ইউনিভার্সিটিতে perfectly gonna go carry on, because I had the experience, like I was in 7 years in UK, I studied in university, and I also had some problems for communicate with the people for have a job. So আপনার যদি সুবিধা থাকে, of course আপনি স্পিকিং স্কিলটাকে ডেভেলপ করেন, IELTS of course you go for an IELTS, you do a good score in it, but communication skillটা very important for spoken skill. alright, so আমি আর কিছু বিষয় নিয়ে কথা বলতে চাই, সেটা হচ্ছে যে একটা ফরেন ট্রিপের জন্য আরেকটা বিষয় হচ্ছে জব ইন্টারভিউ। আপনারা যারা বাংলাদেশে আছেন বা আপনারা ইউ গো ফর ইন এ জব ইন্টারভিউ, অ্যান্ড জব ইন্টারভিউ আপনি বাংলাদেশি হলেও স্পেশালি জব ইন্টারভিউ কিন্তু আসলে ওরা ইংলিশে জিজ্ঞেস করে প্রশ্ন, রাইট? দে ওয়ান্ট টু, হয়তো বা আপনি জবে ইংরেজি বলতেও নাও হতে পারে, but in a job interview they want to assess you how much you can do your communication, how much you know about your English, right? That's actually they do it. So job interview is very important. আরেকটা বিষয় হচ্ছে জব ইন্টারভিউর পাশাপাশি আপনি হয়তো জবের ক্ষেত্রে মাল্টিনেশনাল ফার্মে কাজ করবেন, MNC, রাইট? অ্যান্ড মাল্টিনেশনাল ফার্ম ইউ নো ভেরি ওয়েল, দ্য মাল্টিনেশনাল ফার্ম আপনাকে রিপোর্ট রাইটিং করতে হবে, আপনাকে কমিউনিকেশন করতে হবে, আর আপনি যদি ইফ ইউ ওয়ার্ক ফর দ্য সেলসে কাজ করেন, সেলস অথবা আপনি ম্যাস পিপুলের সাথে কমিউনিকেট করতে চান, অফকোর্স ইউ হ্যাভ টু স্পোকেন ইংলিশ রাইট ওয়ে, ইটস ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট, right? So spoken English after interview, of course you have a good job, and job হয়তো আপনি certificate আপনি you gonna apply for it, they're going to give you the opportunity to go for an interview, right? But interviewer are going to ask you so many questions, so many ways. They want to judge your talent, how much you talented in your area, how much you know about it. In this meantime, if you say, hey, this is my certificate, take it, my certificate, I got the score, these things, does not work actually, you know. Motivation firm always looking for the flexibility, how much you flexible for your work, because you have to meet up with so many clients, so many delegates, so many way to deal with the people. You have to go for the training session. All right, so in this training session, could you manage yourself and presentation, and in overall it create the value for the companies, right? If you work for the companies and there's someone, they send it to you for the training session, someone to delegates to talk to the foreigners, because of global market, because you're doing a business, right? So in the meantime, you have to prove it, you have to show you up the right things, how much you know it, how much you need to play with your language with them, right? Look at that. In our honorable chief advisor, Dr. Muhammad Yunus, nowadays Professor Yunus sir is now in many where he's doing in a communicate with them right way, you know, the things they have to make sure the Bangladesh is the boast of, is a future in our country. But every single way, sir has to manage the communication, has to talk to them right way. You understand? So that's why I'm saying communication, your position doesn't matter, you are in a cheap level, you are in a lower level, but every single way you have to communicate, especially in customer service, right? In a customer service, every single way you have to talk to the customers. Maybe you think about in Bangladesh, but if you think about the foreign country, if you want to settlement there, you must have to have a best way to deal with the customers. You understand? So that's the happen. And another important things I really want to mention it, that is of course is create the value for your company when you're going to as an executive, as a foreigner, so go for it, is of course it. Now if we talk about the another important things, that is the hotel tourism and hospitality, right? Another important part, because once I used to teach a student in university, everyone said, hey, tourism industry is a very poor industry. I said, no, never ever. People are outspoken, people are outgoing, they are not staying anymore at their home, they want to go out, they want to play with the beauty. That's all the resort, all the fun industry has developed, entertainment is developed, every single way they are doing a great way, and every single way they're doing to expressions. That's why English are playing a very vital role in a hotel management, client, talk to the client, talk to the anywhere like restaurant, right? So as a manager, as a sales executive, as a customer service, you have to show you up, you have the best way to talk to the people. So hospitality management, nowadays the hotel customer service, every single way is create the in a I mean your spoken English is very important. So I'm talking about the sector where is the spoken English is important, right? So spoken English is important because you have to know the stuff, then you're gonna work for it. Because you know, I'm talking about not in general for the only one student, I'm talking about the different professions, right? Those that haven't developed your spoken English, right now developed it. You understand? Now you might say, hey, why you are talking like that? Look, you are the model, as an actor who acting in a cinema, right? Who acting in the drama, they are the model, they are the, you know, smartest guy in industry, film industry. So once you're going to talk with them nicely, perfect way, the English development, so they feel it, hey, nice, right? I love this hero and heroine. How the best way is just talk like that. Like Priyanka Chopra, anyone is saying, hey, Priyanka Chopra is speaking like a 9 category English. Of course, she's developed. That's why she's value is more developed in Priyanka Chopra, right? So many one in Indian actors and Asian actors, like model. So I know you have the expertise, you have the extrovert stuff, but extrovertly you can more valued model in this area once you go for your English proficiency. So model would be the more better way they can they can preside on the industry, right? Because cinema heroes sometimes the foreign film and their accent and their voice quality is very important. So this is the profession. And another profession I would like to say, like doctor, right? A doctor is have to maintain the communicate with the clients and the patient. I'm not talking about the doctors is for Bangladesh. Of course, you gotta speak in Bangladeshi doctors, but because of internet development, you stay in Bangladesh, you can see the doctors and patient in around the world. But everywhere you can connect with the English language skills. But if you stay in Canada, if you stay in America or Australia, if you work for the hospital, every single patient, every single people, you have to talk in English. So doctors are very important for a good at in English. That's the things. Another important area for work is entrepreneur. Entrepreneur means you have a degrees, you have a good degrees, আপনি অনেক ভালো entrepreneur, business করতে চান. Of course, you have to communicate with the foreigners, you have to communicate with the clients and many others, right? So as an entrepreneur, as a businessman, you must have to go for it, because as an entrepreneur, you start your own business. So you might say, I'm the CEO, Chief Executive Officer, I'm the director of the company, all right? You said, I also mentioned it like, I'm the CEO of the Rigorous English, Rigorous Private Limited. I also mention it. Sometimes my EID card, I show that I'm the CEO and founder, right? So once you put your designation, your CEO, you're a good position. So in the meantime, if you are not prove yourself that as a CEO, you can't present yourself, you can't talk to the right way, so the people are going to doubt you, you shouldn't be doubted. So this is the time, high time. I know many one are not in a good at in English. Many one already in a good at English. But no worries. It's a language. It's come over, right? Many teacher, dedicated teacher in Bangladesh. The LIAV, Language Instructor Association in Bangladesh, right? They are working now, more than 300 teachers are connected with them. LIAV, right? So you might see my Facebook or anywhere. So they are fully dedicated to develop the language skills for our student, entrepreneurs, army, police, everywhere. Different teachers are working for the different public speaking, presenter, mentorship, right? So you might see them. So why they doing it? Because they know that our country people, even I'm saying the nurse, the nurse, as a Dr. Yunus, our honorable chief advisor, said that we in our country, আমাদের একজন ডাক্তারে তিনজন ডাক্তারের একজন নার্স, right? So what I'm saying, so nursing job is very good profession, but nursing job কিন্তু পেশেন্টদের সাথে কথা বলতে হয়. So nursing এরও কিন্তু খুব ভালো ইংরেজি জানতে হবে. দরকার নাই তার সার্টিফিকেটের, একাডেমিক, but he has to develop the spoken English, the speaking skills, because this is the help them to communicate with the patient, communicate with the, so you can go their careers for anywhere in the world. Many countries are looking for the nurse, so why not you? So nurse also need a spoken English, right? Another sector is important sectors is doctors, as I said, the teacher, right? If I am a teacher, if you work for the university, if you work for the primary school, high school, university, anywhere, but every single way you have to talk to the million student. In this situation, how are you going to talk to them? Because teacher has to be very proficient in English, perfect way. They have to be good at in English. Teachers, doctors, right? And another important thing is solicitor and barrister. The many people have said, I'm the barrister, I'm the solicitor. But the solicitor and barrister, they have to go in anywhere in the world, many countries, right? So in this situation, they must have to have good at in English to talk to them right way. To know different complicated case study from them. Perfectly, they're going to find it out if they have a good knowledge in English language skills. They can right way deals with the judge, deals with the clients, deals with the people, even this. And another important thing is journalist. Very well. The journalists are mass communication. They have to go many different aspect, different situation around the world, that they have to have a good at in English, because they'll bring the real essence of the fact, real fact what's going on around the world. Maybe different time, maybe earthquake that's happening right now, that last weekend, and Myanmar, and earthquake, flood, natural disaster, calamities everywhere, right? So even the sports, even traveling, documentaries, even the education, sports, so every single way you have to have a good at in English. Language skills, otherwise how you going to make the as a work as a journalist? You must have to have a good vocabularies, good way to expression, good phrases, many more you need them to as a journalist for work for them. Another things is administration, right? Administration, what I'm saying, the BCS in Bangladesh, administration, or many administration. So they have to work as a delegate, they have to work as an ambassador for our country, they have to presiding for our country on behalf of Bangladesh. So many রাষ্ট্রদূত যেটাকে বলা হয় বিভিন্ন কান্ট্রিতে আছে, so I mean কূটনৈতিক যেটা আছে, bureaucrat. So bureaucrat has to have a good in English. Look, everywhere you just speak in English. তো ওই সময় আপনি সার্টিফিকেট দেখালে হবে না, আপনি সার্টিফিকেট দেখালে হবে না, it's not work for you. It's definitely work for you when it's said well. I'm not talking about the certificate, I'm talking about my knowledge, my expertise, my country value. That's why in our country, many one is not expertise in the area, so they must have to work. If they work for the smart people, smart way, they must have to have a good good communication skills, spoken skills, so they can build the Bangladesh, they can bring the Bangladesh the right way in front of others, in front of anywhere in the world. So বাংলাদেশে আমি বলবো যে ইটস এ গ্রেট অপরচুনিটি, আপনারা ইংলিশ ডেভেলপ করেন। আমাদের লিয়াবের অনেক টিচার ডেডিকেটেড ফর ডিফারেন্ট প্রফেশনাল টিচার কমিউনিকেটরদেরকে ডেভেলপ করার জন্য, রাইট? সো আমি বলবো যে আপনারা ওই ধরনের টিচারদেরকে ফাইন্ড আউট করেন, লিয়াবের সাথে কানেক্ট থাকেন, লার্ন দ্য রাইট ইংলিশ অ্যান্ড সার্ভ আওয়ার কান্ট্রি, ডেভেলপড ইট, রাইট? আমরা হয়তো অনেক ছোট জায়গায় কাজ করছি, বাট আমি বলবো যে কন্ট্রিবিউশন ইজ কন্ট্রিবিউশন। ছোট ছোট বিন্দু বিন্দু জলে সিন্ধুর সৃষ্টি, রাইট? আমাদের এই অবস্থায় বাংলাদেশকে সুন্দরভাবে গড়তে হলে আমাদেরকে অবশ্যই এভরি সিঙ্গেল পার্সন ওয়্যার এভার দে আর, দে হ্যাভ টু ওয়ার্ক ফর ইট। সো আমি একজন ইউনিভার্সিটি টিচার এবং ইংলিশ ইনস্ট্রাক্টর হিসেবে আই এম জাস্ট টকিং অ্যাবাউট হাউ অ্যান্ড ওয়্যার অ্যাকচুয়ালি ইংলিশ ইজ লাইং দেয়ার, হাউ ইউ ক্যান ডেভেলপ ইট, রাইট? আপনারা যারা আমার শুনছেন আমার কথা, আমি জানি না কারা শুনছেন, তাদেরকে খুবই আমি অ্যাপ্রিসিয়েট করছি, অ্যান্ড হার্টেস্ট congratulations for all of you guys wherever you are. And আমরা জানি কালকে আমাদের ঈদ সেলিব্রেট করব, বাট বিফোর ঈদ let's talk about my knowledge and expertise to let you know how and why the spoken English is important for everyone. But আমাদের অনেকেই আছেন যারা they are very keen about their academic writing, academic result. Of course you need a good result, but same time আপনার কিডস বা আপনার সন্তানরা ইংরেজি ডেভেলপ করছে কিনা, স্পোকেন ইংলিশ ডেভেলপ করছে কিনা, দ্য রাইট প্রনাউন্সিয়েশন, রাইট ওয়ে টু কমিউনিকেট উইথ দ্যাম, সো ইটস ব্রিং এ গুড লাক ফর দ্যাম, স্পেশালি ইফ দে ওয়ার্ক ফর লাইক ফ্রিল্যান্সিং হিসেবে কাজ করে। এখন এজ ডাজেন্ট ম্যাটার, স্কুল গোয়িং স্টুডেন্ট, কলেজ গোয়িং স্টুডেন্ট অ্যান্ড আর্নিং দ্য $1 million staying in Bangladesh and anywhere, because of they have the technical skills, same time they have language skills. আদারওয়াইজ ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ স্কিল ছাড়া তো আপনি কমিউনিকেট করতে পারবেন না। আপনার এক্সপার্টিজ আছে, আপনার অনেক গুণ আছে, কিন্তু সেটাকে প্রকাশ করতে হলে আপনার ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ স্কিল লাগবে, রাইট? সেটা সিনেমা বলেন, আপনি সেটা এনি কালচারাল স্টাফ, রাইট? এনি এক্সট্রোভার্ট এক্সপ্রেশনস, ইউ মাস্ট হ্যাভ টু হ্যাভ এ গুড এক্সপ্রেশন ইন ইংলিশ। সো আরেকটা বিষয় হচ্ছে যে আমাদের যারা পলিটিশিয়ান আছেন, আমাদের বাংলাদেশে যারা পলিটিশিয়ান আছেন, সো মেনি পলিটিশিয়ান, লুক, as a politician, right, as a politics you're doing it, of course you have to have a create the value, you have a degrees, right? You better bring your good quality of English language skills, right? Because as a politician you might work for our country, you would be the MP, you would be like a minister, right? So you might go for in manywhere in the world, manywhere to delegates to represent our Bangladesh, right? In the meantime, if you can't speak properly, if you can't, I know you have a mandate, people gave you the permission to work for the people, but আমি বলবো মানুষের প্রয়োজনে আপনাকে অফকোর্স ইউ হ্যাভ টু ডেভেলপ দ্য ইংলিশ ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ স্কিলস। অ্যাজ এ পলিটিশিয়ান আমি বলবো যে অফকোর্স ইউ হ্যাভ টু হ্যাভ এ গুড এট ইংলিশ, পিপল যাতে আপনাকে মডেল হিসেবে, লিডার হিসেবে পাবে। লিডারশিপ স্কিলস ইজ ম্যানি technical skills you must have to have. Language also the best skills. আমাদের যদি অন্য যারা লিডার ছিল আমাদের প্রিভিয়াস লিডার সারা ওয়ার্ল্ডে যত লিডার দেখবেন দে আর speechless speaking, right? They have a good way to communicate with the people. So আপনার অবস্থা কি as a politician আমি বলবো আপনার অবস্থা কি? Of course you do the politics but go for the language skills, develop it because the global market আপনি আপনাকে অনেক দূরে নিয়ে যেতে পারবেন if you have a good knowledge in English language skills and also the speaking skill, because speaking আপনাকে তো শুধু বাংলায় বললে হবে না, আপনাকে অনেক ভাষায় কথা বলতে হবে because আপনি you are represent for Bangladesh, right? আমাদের এখন গভর্নমেন্ট যে ডেলিগেটসরা বিভিন্ন কান্ট্রিতে যাচ্ছে they have to talk in front of the journalists, in front of the student, in front of any businessman, in front of the bureaucrat, in front of the other country prime ministers, everywhere you have to show your value, right? So just develop it as I'm saying to you. So well and another important thing is just online study and offline study you can develop in English for anywhere. So আমি যেটা বলবো ওভারঅল ইংলিশ আমি অনেক সেক্টরে বাকি আছে আমি যেটা এক্সপ্লেন করতে পারিনি বাট আমি বলবো যে আপনারা every single sector you develop yourself as a person. You have to good at in English, you have to outspoken English, you have to develop quality English and advanced level English, and that's going to help you out to really to show you up in the right way and maneuver yourself. So I mean, of course today I just talked about the different sectors where our English language is lying there, where is it important for us. That's actually I talked about. Maybe tomorrow I maybe talked about how you can develop it little bit. I will talk about because within a short period of time I won't say all of them, but at least if it is like a help you, right? My intention is very clear, I'm crystal clear, because I'm an instructor as a Imran Ahmed mentor, rigorous English. I'm teaching offline, online, spoken English, IELTS preparations, and also the British pronunciation, that sort of things. I'm working for it. So whoever interested, you're gonna come over, and also I'm requested to, not for me, for any teacher, wherever you feel better, you feel that comfort zone that I can understand the teacher, I can learn it anywhere you go, anywhere, offline, online, but develop yourself. You understand? That's bring the survival skills for you in this global market, in this industry. So everywhere, any sector, doesn't matter আমি টিচার না আমি ইংরেজি জানতে হবে, no. As entrepreneur, solicitor, doctors, teacher, student, hotel manager, administrator, police, army, anywhere, every single way you have to know the English. So just get in this position and develop it. And that's for me today's session. And আপনারা যারা আমাকে শুনেছেন আমি খুবই খুশি হয়েছি। আপনারা আমাকে অবশ্যই কোনো কোয়েশ্চেন থাকলে আপনাদের ইংরেজি ডেভেলপের ব্যাপারে যদি if you have some questions, right, of course you make a comment for me and I will give you the answers. I will give it to my as far as my knowledge, I'll give you to the answers for every single things. All right, so once again Eid Mubarak. It's me, Imran Ahmed, mentor rigorous English. I'm in Netrokuna right now at my village home, Malni, at my rooftop, and I wish my little effort and little knowledge which I shared with you, hopefully it would be helpful for you. So if you think to share with others, you're gonna share, and that's for me. And thank you very much once again. Eid Mubarak, and bye then. Bye.